And so by utilizing this strategy, you can actually turn paying rent into a means to earn thousands in cash back over the course of the next year. Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Griffin here, and today we'll be speaking about how you can turn your largest monthly expense, rent, into cashback dollars by leveraging the power of rewards credit cards to pay for your rent. As of 2024, housing and rent have quickly become most people's largest monthly expense, averaging over $2,000 per month across Canada's largest cities for a 2-bedroom apartment, which has rapidly skyrocketed over the past couple of years. And before the introduction of services allowing you to leverage credit card points to actually benefit from your rent payments, this was a huge missed opportunity. But gone are now the days of having to send your landlord cash, e-transfer payments, or even physical checks. So let's get into how this is possible. Alright, so if you've been a longtime viewer of the channel, then you'd be well aware of the fact that I am a huge credit card point enthusiast, trying to wrap up as many points for free travel as possible, or even cashback dollars depending on the credit card in question. But cashback dollars or reward points are only as good as the amount of money that you're spending on the card. So with most people's largest monthly expense being rent, it was only a matter of time before a platform such as Chexy came along to change the way renters get to benefit from paying rent for once. If this is the first time that you hear about Chexy, it's really simple to understand how their business model works. You start off by creating an account with basic information about yourself, upload your current rental lease, input information about the lease including the term and monthly payment. Chexy then bills your credit card each month in the amount of your rent plus a 1.75% service fee, and then e-transfers your landlord on your behalf. It's a really simple but brilliant idea for people who want to benefit from credit card rewards when paying for their rent. But of course, considering the 1.75% fee, you really need to make sure that your credit card is providing you with a better return than the amount of the fee, which luckily there are several credit cards that will be adequate for this, including a couple that we'll be covering in today's video, so stay tuned. Alright, so let's jump into the platform, create an account, and see how you can start earning cash back on your own rent. Alright, so to sign up for Chexy, it's really simple to get started. All we'll do on their website is we're going to click on Get Started here to create an account. So we'll go ahead and input all of that information. And you can actually also use Gmail or other services to log in automatically if you don't want to put the information in for yourself. Now, once that's done loading, we're going to put our household address, which is going to be the information that Chexy is going to use in order to pay for your information. So I'm just going to put a random address here. Let's say, perfect, that works for me. Unit 3. Obviously, this is just a test. I actually own a home. I'm not a renter. So this is just a test account right here. And we can put, sure, my apartment. Great. From here, we put our monthly rent, let's say $2,250, and it is due on, well, let's say the first of the month. I've already prepaid my final month. We can check that if that applies to you. We will in this case, and click on continue. From here, it's going to give you a rent summary. So in this case, $2,250 per month on the first of every month, and the final month has been prepaid. If you made an error, you can go back, but in this case, we will do looks right. And then from here, we need to input information about your landlord, because again, they're going to be paying your rent on your behalf to your landlord. So we'll put in individual here, and we will say e-transfer is the way to go. Landlord 1 is his name, and we'll put Smith as the last name. So in this case, we will put a fake email address as well, testing the account at gmail.com. From here, clicking on next, it's going to once again want us to confirm the landlord's payment information. So we're going to do looks right. And from here, we can just link the card. So it's really as simple as that. I'm not going to go forward from here because I'm not going to start linking a credit card, but you're going to link your card, upload your lease, which is information that they need in order to validate everything, and then select the first payment date. And you can go ahead and edit this information as well. So it's not like everything is set and done as soon as you inputted this. Of course, you can update this later on. You can also actually choose to add roommates if you want to split some of the payments. And then they also have a couple new features down here. It's really as simple as that. Okay, so now that we've had the chance to see how Chexy works on the inside to pay for your rent using a credit card, let's actually cover a couple of good options for you to use for this purpose that'll net you rewards well above the 1.75% fee. The first credit card that's perfect to pair with monthly Chexy payments is the Scotiabank Momentum Visa card, as it offers 4% cash back on groceries and recurring monthly bill payments, which a monthly Chexy payment would qualify as. What's more is that for the first 3 months of owning the card, you'll receive 10% cash back on up to $2,000 in spend, meaning roughly $200 in cash back on your first month, and then 4% cash back on all subsequent rent payments. Not bad. Let's see what that actually nets out to after a year of using this card with Chexy on a $2,000 per month rental payment. So for each monthly payment, you would incur a $35 fee charged by Chexy, meaning $420 in annual fees. Now in your first month though, you'd receive 10% cash back for that $2,000 spend, meaning $200, and then for the next 11 months, you'd receive a total of $880, which equates to $1,080 in cash back for the first year. Subtracting Chexy's fees, you're left with $660 of cash back from paying your rent. Not bad. As a side note, if this were an investment, your $660 return would be equal to a 2.75% dividend payment. And for any other spending on this card, you'll also get 4% cash back at all times on groceries and recurring bill payments, 2% cash back on gas and transit, and then 1% cash back on everything else. And what's more is that the $120 annual fee is waived in the first year. So this could be a great option to actually turn your rent payment into cash leveraging Chexy. Alternatively, an angle you could take to benefit from your monthly rent payments would be to focus on a card that offers great ongoing point earning while also offering a hefty sign-up bonus to make the Chexy fee worthwhile. Two of my favorite Canadian credit cards for everyday spending include the American Express Cobalt card and the TD Aeroplan Visa card. Both of these cards are great for everyday spending in their respective ways and offer great sign-up reward opportunities as well if utilized correctly. So let's take a look, starting with the TD card. On its own, the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite probably wouldn't be the best bet to cover the 1.75% fee, but combined with the sign-up bonus becomes a viable option. In the first 6 months, you'll get 30,000 bonus Aeroplan points when spending $5,000 on the card, which should be quite easy to hit if you're using it to pay for rent. And this is on top of the 1 point earned per dollar spent, meaning after 3 months worth of rent, you'd rack up 36,000 points at a rough value of around $720 in Aeroplan point value. Subtracting the $105 in fees that would be charged by Chexy for 3 months, you're looking at a net positive gain of $615 in value. And then after the sign-up bonus period is over, jumping onto a different card for your ongoing monthly rent payment makes the most sense. So overall, here's how a full year on Chexy utilizing 3 credit cards could make sense for the best points earnings. You start off with the TD Aeroplan Visa, earning 36,000 points in the first 3 months. Then you jump onto the Scotiabank Momentum card for a month to earn $200 in cash back and continue on for the rest of the 8 months, earning you an additional $640. This totals up to a value of $1,140 net of Chexy's $420 annual fee on $2,000 per month worth of rent. So there you have it, a great way to earn cash back and rewards on your rent payments, leveraging Chexy and credit cards. If you're interested in trying this out for yourself, you can check out the links down below in this video's description for all of the credit cards plus Chexy. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to drop a like. That's all I ask in return. And on that note, I'll see you in the next one.